Duck is a Great Western tank engine. He is proud to be working on Sir Topham Hatt's railroad. Duck has a number 8 on his side with 3 letters GWR, which stands for Great Western Railroad. One morning, Duck chuffed into the Sodor Search and Rescue Center. Thomas, Oliver, and Toad were there. "Hello, Duck," said Thomas. "Hello, Thomas. Hello, Oliver. Hello, Toad," said Duck. "Hello, Duck," said Oliver. "Hello there, Mr. Duck," said Toad. "Sir Topham Hatt has asked me to come over here," said Duck. Then Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "Duck, I have a reward for you. Since you've been working really hard, I decided to give you the reward to go to Misty Island with Thomas. He can show you around and everything. You guys also have to bring logs here after that," said Sir Topham Hatt. Thomas was excited. He could not wait to show Duck his logging loco friends. Duck was surprised. He never been to Misty Island before. He only heard stories about it. "I heard stories about Misty Island," said Duck. "It is strange and scary." "Trust me, Duck," said Thomas. "Misty Island is a lot of fun." Then Duck was very excited. He could not wait to go. Then Thomas and Duck set off. "Good luck, Duck," said Oliver. "Yeah, good luck, Mr. Duck," said Toad. And off they went into the Misty Island tunnel. And then they came right out the Misty Island tunnel. First, Thomas brought Duck to the logging station. "Well, Duck," said Thomas, "this is the logging station." Duck was amazed. "It looks wonderful," said Duck. Just then, Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand chuffed in. "Hello, Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand," said Thomas. "Hello, Thomas." "This is Duck," said Thomas. "Hello, Duck," said the logging locos. "Welcome to," said Bash. "Misty Island," continued Dash. "That's right," finished Ferdinand. Duck was worried. Thomas, I don't think it's a good idea to be here," said Duck. "Don't worry, Duck," said Thomas. "They're friendly." "We will love to help you out," said Bash. "Or play games," continued Dash. "That's right," finished Ferdinand. Duck was so frightened that he chuffed nervously away. Thomas was surprised. "Cinders and ashes," said Thomas. "I think he's scared." The logging locos felt sorry for Duck. "Maybe we should go and help him." "Yes," said Thomas, and Thomas and the logging locos went to go find Duck. "I hope we find him soon," said Thomas. "We didn't mean to," said Bash. "Frighten him," continued Dash. "We were just trying to be friendly," finished Ferdinand. At last, Thomas saw Duck hiding in the siding. "Come on, Duck," said Thomas. "I promise you these logging locos are friendly. They're not here to hurt you." "No, Thomas," said Duck. "I've heard stories of Misty Island, and it looks like they're dangerous." "They're not dangerous, Duck," said Thomas. "They want to help you." "Yes, they are dangerous," said Duck crossly. "I told you they are. And if you want to be with them, fine. Now I want you to get those 3 little piece of scrap logging locos out of my sight," said Duck crossly. Thomas was cross. "That was not very nice," said Thomas. "Apologize to them right now." "Of course I will not," said Duck crossly. "They're dangerous, and if you want to be with them, then you can go away too," said Duck. The logging locos were surprised. "He seems pretty cross with us for no reason." Duck puffed bravely up to the logging locos, very crossly. "I want you all 3 out of my sight," said Duck crossly. "And Bash, your name is Bash, right? I'll give you a bash." And Duck biffed into Bash, and Bash rolled back and bumped into Dash and Ferdinand. The logging locos were surprised. "That was not," said Bash. "Very nice," continued Dash. "That's right," finished Ferdinand. Then Duck ran away and disappeared into the mist. Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. Where did Duck go? I think he disappeared, said Bash. Into, continued Dash. The mist, finished Ferdinand. And the logging locos and Thomas went to go find him. Duck was lost in the mist. Oh my, said Duck. Where am I? Then there was trouble. The mist was so thick that Duck couldn't see where he was going. He biffed into the flatbed, and the flatbed came off the tracks, and Duck was hanging from the edge of the tracks. Oh no, cried Duck. Help! Help! Duck whistled and panicked. Help! Cried Duck. Help! Cinders and ashes, cried Thomas. It's Duck, and he's in trouble. We will huff and puff to go rescue him. That's right. As the mist began to settle, the logging locos found Duck. Duck was hanging on the edge of the track. Help! Help! Cried Duck. Stay still, Duck, said Bash. We will rescue you, said Dash. That's right, said Ferdinand. So the logging locos went and buffered up behind Duck, and then, at last, they pulled Duck to safety. Thank you, said Duck, and I'm very sorry I was scared of you. I thought you were dangerous, but I was wrong, said Duck. Can we please be friends? Of course, said Bash. I would love to be friends, said Dash. Me too, finished Ferdinand. Now let's get to work. At last, they got the logs, and Duck, Thomas, and the logging locos went into the tunnel. Duck enjoyed telling the logging locos about him and telling him about his story. At last, Duck, Thomas, Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand arrived at the Sodor Search and Rescue Center, where Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. Well done, Duck. I'm glad you liked Misty Island. And I also want to say that all of you guys are really useful engines for bringing the logs here. Thank you, sir, said Duck. And I want to thank my 3 new friends, Bash, Dash, and Ferdinand. And all the engines laughed.